Hey, it's,
Cross out of this. And then you could probably cross out of that, because I don't think she's teaching that, okay.
no, he's,
We want to see if this shows up on this, and then it's right.
but he. So this is what it looks like when we're,
Yes.
okay, okay, Rose. This little button here, when you click on it, on the top part, it'll say record to computers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where the record is.
Oh, I thought you already had done that. You said you was going through the thing.
I've gone
Because
through,
your screen's clear at the end there.
yeah, but
Share screens.
that's sharing, but record meeting.
Oh, okay.
By pressing record to the right of the share screen, which is that
Yeah.
button.
And you got her. I'll bet it's working. Let's just check. So go to, family or go to Payson. FHC.
So I thought I would do it and give you guys a break, but I needed help.
Mhm.
Well, next week you'll have it down. You'll be able to do it all by yourself.
Well, eventually, yes.
Oh, you don't have your cord.
But if I keep
I'll bet
doing
it's
it-
working because it's saying your screen sharing and I watched him push record, so I bet it's working.
Okay.
His power just.
The back of the PowerPoint.
He doesn't have the thing.
I do have the cord.
Oh, you do?
You can see if I go on.
Oh, yeah.
There's a PowerPoint under the table.
Okay, next Monday. For the little open house,
Oh, yeah.
it will be at the church building,
Oh, they decided there's too many people.
yeah.
You're pointing that way, but you mean the one that's
There you
straight
go.
down the road here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The interactions don't like.
That's okay. So in the Payson West State building.
Yes. I thought, gonna let people know,
That's where it's gonna be.
Okay.
and you know, I'm hoping she will print out new things.
Do they just do it in the gym?
They'll be in the multi-purpose or wherever, and the kitchen,
All righty. And it's, what time?
11:30.
Okay. Before.
Yeah, I just see them being signed like a try scheduled, whatever it is.
She thought we was all gonna fit here, but she didn't, when people
You should
signed
put
up.
something on the door here.
You what?
You should put something on the door here saying that that's.
Yeah, she said she will.
So if people show up
That's
here.
what she said. She'll put a sign that says she.
Yeah. Oh,
There's no, I don't pay enough attention to the details that I don't show up in the right place, and then I'm like, where is it?
and I know there'll be a sign on the door if people come here directly them to. But as long as I'm here, I'm gonna mention it.
Good job.
Is
It's always good to be reminded, especially when it's close.
Well, I can't check because my computer decided to do updates.
But
But
I think it looks right. I think we done well.
Okay.
I was just gonna double check, because I'm a double checker, but. Your screen shares that is the important part, and you got it recording. I don't know what else I can ask you.
I don't know. Elders.
That's the way it works.
Yes.
That's why they usually do it. I usually have the missionaries do it.
Well, that's why I don't know how, because I just let the missionaries do it.
But I wanted to use it.
Yeah.
You can send this in.
Yeah, that is
Astonishing. This is really crazy.
No, not quite. You have to be in the end of June. You actually have
Which
to-
is just around the corner.
Yes, but it's not May yet.
See, at that point, you're.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Well, day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow, yes. Welcome. Hi. We have a roll sheet here that is gonna go around. I'll make sure that you sign it. Thank you, please. I'm here solo today because Kristen is in Japan. Oh, wow. Yeah, with her. Her
On
husband,
purpose, or does she make the wrong turn?
she's there on purpose. Their son, both of them, got married recently and she's there for they are there for the reception. And then they're gonna take a cruise around the different spots in Japan.
Different island.
Yeah, sounds great.
There's a lot of island.
Oh,
A
wow.
lot of island.
A lot of violence.
Island.
Violence. I'm taking hearing aids.
It doesn't know.
Oh,
It's only, no matter how good they are,
it's so tough.
there's. The better news.
They're advertising this fantastic new German technology, which I don't know about yet. It's not. And then Jerry is just on a 3 or 4 day trip with her husband. Okay, where? So today we are talking about places and the handout that I made for you. I made 10 of them. So far, we've got 9 people. That should be good.
So we're in research. Goal.
Yes, we're on goal 9 in project 4.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So take family history trip.
No, I don't. Well.
Wait, what happened to Steve? What happened to what was up here? Maybe I forgot to click a new tab for it. Okay, we'll go back to family history guide. There we go. Where's the pathway you can use to get to where you want to be?
I hate the way that they did family history guide.
There it is. It changed, yeah. You just have to click this over here and then you have to make it, pardon?
You have to click on more to get to the menu.
More? If I could get to learning paths, but it won't let me.
It's down in the, almost at the bottom where it says more.
Okay. I have to get rid of this.
Yeah, we need to figure that out either way.
Yeah.
Should be able to grab it at the top and just pull it down.
Oh, really? Hide floating meeting controls.
There you go.
Yeah. Learning paths is how I usually do it. And then I go to Discover, which is the project that we're on. And we are doing goal 9, family search places. Project 4 and then goal 9.
Yeah, the family history. That's how I guess they'll go away.
Okay. So thank you for doing the lights. That's very helpful.
You want the next one, Bob?
No, I think, in my opinion, this is the best. I like it this way. So if you are doing research about a place that you don't know. This can be very helpful. I have a great grandfather who immigrated from Ireland sometime in his young life, young adult life. I'm not sure if he married before he came or after, because one piece of data that I got says that the wedding took place in Ireland, and another one says that it took place in Canada, which is where he ended up. And a year or so ago, I discovered that he landed in a part of Ontario, which is called Durham County. And so the thing is, you guys all know this better than I do, over time, names of places change. And different counties are lumped together into one, or they're divided out. So that's one reason this is so helpful and important, is because of all the changes that happen over time. So I used my great-great-grandfather as kind of a sample situation here. So the very beginning of this lesson says, just go to this place. The Family Search Places page, right in our. But if I want to go to it from another spot, you could just type in familysearch.org. EN probably means English, right?
Probably.
research/places. Okay. So what you get is a box to type in the place that you want to know about, and then a map of the world. So I put in Durham County, Ontario. You can do this on your own right now if you want. Then you get this list of places on the left, and a map with a marker on it. And here's where I kind of had a little trouble, because this place over here is called Northumberland and Durham counties in Canada West at the time period of 1850 to 1867. And he came, it looks like he came sometime during the early 1850s. So that would be the time period that I would want. But if I want a different time period, so here's the region today. And then here it is from 67 to 74. This is a place not too far from Toronto. It's north. Here's Toronto's right down here. And then if I want that time period just a little bit before he got there, it's this one. And here's the one that I had already. But when I first was researching this, it was telling me that this place named Durham was in a different part of Ontario, because I don't know if you saw, but there were two markers when I first pulled the map up. And those are two different places. But I'm pretty sure that this one is the one. And I can't remember how I got to this, but I got this cool little map that shows the county, and it's right on the edge of Lake Scugog. And it also borders Lake Ontario. So I have his Cartwright is the name of the town that I researched about a year ago, and found where he settled, and I even found a plot map of land that was given to different people, and his name was on one of them. It's pretty exciting. His daughter was born in Bowmanville. That's my great grandmother, but he settled up in here. So Now, what you've got here is basic information, and you can toggle these little arrows. Research links. And history pin is interesting. I'm not sure I totally understand it, but here's a couple pictures of the general area during a flood. That one there.
Are those current?
I,
pictures or-
you know, I don't know. I'm guessing they're pretty current.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's your clue. Yeah. No cars here, but that's a good indication right there.
Well, the ducks look like they're alive too.
Yes, here's some more. Now, I have no idea where Ganaraska County is, but must be somewhere around there. County Road 10, just north of County Road 9. So that would help us find our spot on the map. There's 9. Oh, and here is Ganaraska Forest. So I can make this map, of course, bigger if I want to.
A lot
Pardon?
of Irish people, I mean, that one said Glamorgan, isn't that an Irish?
Lots of them
See, I think they moved over there and named their town.
This one here,
There's
yes.
several,
Yes, in fact,
the same castle town.
when I was, let me go back to these, let's see. How do I, oh, enlarge. Here you can expand the map or expand the gallery. So you can see a lot more pictures if you want. But they're not, they're not pictures of the place I'm looking at. So that's kind of weird. First World War centenary. I saw these, a bunch of these last night. Anyway, Victorian London. No, you probably have to get into here and then do your search for where you, the section that you want to see, the area you want to see. Let's close history pin.
So how did you get to,
I was in research links right here. I mean, I
so
clicked,
before that?
okay, before that,
At the beginning of goal
She's in
9,
family search now.
oh,
yeah, you have to, if you're in the family history guide, you just click that link that takes you to places. That's where I am right now. I'm in research places. So speaking of Irish, Sister Merrill, oh, I should pull this up and show you. Apparently, a lot of Irish people in the early 1850s settled in that very area. So you'll see names that might look like Irish names. This one doesn't have very many history or research links. Some of them have more, and I'll show you another one in a minute. Different names for the same place at different times. It doesn't tell you the time period on this little chart, but it does show you the different names. It was Durham, and then it was combined with Northumberland.
family search.
Yeah, I'm in family search.
How did I might see
Go
it.
back to.
So I'll close that one, the names one. And then citations is the last, well, it's not the last thing on the page, but it's encyclopedia. Sometimes it'll say Wikipedia. I actually got some of my information from Wikipedia.
Is, yes, but. Okay, here's families. Here's family search.
Yeah.
So
But this is family search places.
I want to know how to get there without having to go to the family search guide.
Histories guide, gotcha. Okay, let me write the website for you.
I mean, I can get there, but I don't want to drive to.
I know what you mean. So, you first have to type, of course, family search. Is it .org? Yeah. Then I was having the same question the other night. EN for English, I think, and then research / places. There should be a link there, and maybe there is.
Well, that's
Just
what
a-
I'm saying. I can't find it, and you would think that would be one of the things that, besides the class giving me a link to that, I should be able to go to family search and find that page,
Yeah, there should be a link when you get onto family search. And like I said,
but I'm not seeing.
there might be, but I haven't discovered one. I didn't go looking for it though.
Might still be in a lab because it's your URL is the same as the blue test. And so it's probably hasn't added the link yet, but it will.
Oh,
When it's in a test, it's, you gotta
it's,
search it,
yes,
but it will get. Not really.
good point. Good to know. Thank you. So right now we have to take a little longer route. So the citations you can look at are these, maybe that's not going to open up to be anything. But I'll show you with another place name also. So if you scroll down, I don't know why it's not letting me go any farther on this page. This is page 1 of 1. So there's other stuff that you can see down below, but not on this one. Because they have history and historical townships and mergers and dissolutions where counties were changed. Yeah, let's go. Now, if I go, let me show you another one. I'm trying to find out where this Moses Joseph Lawrence. Oh yeah, thank you. I'm trying to find out where in Ireland he came from and who his parents were, because I have no idea. So let's see. Location is, I could just put Durham, Ontario. And I know he was born in 1824, 100 years exactly before my mom. So his wife's parents are in family search already. And I clicked on his wife's father and got a place in Northern Ireland. So I'll type that one in and show you that one. Trying to figure out if, yeah, these look, I'm pretty sure this is him. But I want his tree. Yeah, that looks like him. No. Okay. My grandmother's grandfather. Okay. So if we look at this is his second wife, who is my great-great-grandmother, but his first wife, if we go to his person page, and then we can see her father, Matilda Collum. And here's Hugh Collum, who was born, it says, about the year, and it shows a county in Ireland. So that was exciting for me. Not that I've tracked him down there, but tracked my great-grandfather down there, but if I can show you on there. put in his place up here. County Fermanagh. I don't know if that's the way to say it, but that's my Americanized version. Okay. This shows it's in Northern Ireland. And 1922 to today is probably not what I want. I want these years here. Even though that's a huge range of time. Let's see what else we have. This is South Africa. Nope. We'll go here. Okay, so there's the spot. And then if I want to see what, well, I should probably expand the map. There's Northern Ireland with the dark line border. And then here's where the father-in-law, the first father-in-law of my great-great-grandpa was born.
But can't you look up government records with the last name you're looking for?
Say that again?
Can't you go to that county and look up government records for the name you're looking for?
That's what I need to do next.
what I would.
Yeah, that's my next step. Yep.
Find his birth record, it might have his parents' names on it. Right?
That's what, yeah,
Oh.
because his sample work is done, but I don't have any idea who his parents were, and so the line stops right there. So yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So let me, it, right around, I'm guessing based on the first marriage and what I know about the place. Like I said, though, the information conflicts. I think it was right around at the very end of 1840s, maybe 49 or 50. And I believe the potato famine was during the 50s. Is that right? You know about that?
Well, that first wife died in Canada.
Yes, she had 5 children.
She came with them.
She either came with him. One of the records says she was born in Canada. The other one says they were married in Ireland.
I bet something that's the.
So something's wrong. I have to research that out and figure out which one it is. Yeah. So she had, and originally I had my great grandmother sealed to that first wife. And then I looked at the dates, and my great grandmother was born after the death date for that woman. So then I went looking for another wife and found her, and she had 2 children that I know of.
The potato famine was 1845 to 1852.
Oh, thank you. So it started in the middle of the 40s. All right. So all these historical and geographical facts really affect what we do.
Does the civil registration start at the same time as in England?
That I don't know yet. I haven't done research here yet. This is like brand new territory for me. You could Google and find that out, though. Here's the basic information. Tells you where the name came from, meaning men of Manach. Fear is, I guess, the word for men. And it's one of 32 counties in Ireland and one of 6 counties in Northern Ireland. Oh, Wikipedia. Maybe this is where I went and found. Yes. Tells you that there is a pretty good Catholic population, even though they're in Northern Ireland. And the geography. And a lot more information about the place itself and the borders of the county.
The civil records of Northern Ireland are available dating back to 1845. Might have missed his birth, but maybe you catch. Marriage.
Catch the immigration and maybe the marriage if it was done there. Back to 1845.
Church record.
Before that.
Yeah, you might have some church ones. That's just the government records.
Thank you for looking that up.
9 years after.
Yeah, before this, births were recorded as parish registers. Many of which are lost, destroyed, or missing.
And they didn't
So good
legally
luck.
have to do it until 72. They
eighteen
didn't
seventy.
have to record births until 72, especially, I don't know, Northern Ireland maybe different, but the other part of Ireland, they didn't have to record them till 72, and so. A lot of them aren't there.
Mm-hmm. The first thing I
So you gotta
learned,
Do something different, yeah.
yeah. The very first thing I learned when I started looking was there was a fire in Dublin in 1920, I think it was 22. Burned up all the records.
Or maybe that website that has the Bibles. You know, the website where they copy Bibles,
Mm,
maybe there's something, you know.
yes. That's great. That's a good idea. So how did I get to this Wikipedia? I just clicked.
Put up a new tab.
Oh, yes, thank you. And was that in research links? Here's a whole bunch of research links. Sometimes you have a lot, and History Pin is on there too, but there's the Wikipedia. So any of those could be helpful. Then you go to different names for the place. These were all pretty much the same. Some of them shortened. And then citations. I guess that's where we're getting information from. But once again, I'm not seeing what I saw.
Pronunciation on it, it's Vermont.
For mana
The M-A-N is the.
is the accent syllable for mana. Interesting. And you've got the well, these are all Wikipedia, most of them. But nothing more. Where's the rest of it? I don't know.
Right there, see, that's the one that had the pronunciation.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Right. I just looked right past that. And you always get latitude and longitude. And other places in the world that have the same name. Here's one, South Africa. So
Somebody immigrated and named their town after their old Irish home.
that's what I'm thinking too. Makes sense.
Pioneers did it in Utah. a lot.
Yeah.
Grafton. Very good. Apple from hometown in New Hampshire.
Mm,
Palmyra, the British Spanish word is Myra.
yes, I was surprised when I saw that on a map when we were here in Utah. So let me see if I've shown you what you need to see here. Over, if we look back at this page, you have a list here of everything you can do on the map. Like obvious things like click and drag, full screen view, satellite view you can click on, collapse the list of places. That's what I've been doing with the little arrows. And I haven't seen the show borders button myself, but this might be there. It says if available. And the research information at the bottom of the screen, click the down arrow. Because we're supposed to get basic information, historical information. Oh, we looked at all those, yes. Well, but maybe I'm just puzzled because I can't see what I was looking at before. Because it doesn't say historical information here in the list, and it should. So townships, it'll talk about townships, but that's just as far as it's letting me go. Within Northumberland and Durham, you have all of these places. Bowmanville, that's down there near the lake, near Lake Ontario. Like I said, my great-grandmother, his daughter was born there. Cartwright is where he settled. And I click on that, what do I get? Nothing much new there. Ah. Here we go. History. This is what I was looking for.
What was the name of your great grandfather?
His name was Moses Joseph Lawrence.
WALIWRENCE.
Mhm.
They got Moses.
Moses Joseph. When my husband and I first heard that name out of my grandmother's mouth back in the 70s, we both were just like, wow, what a name. We'll never forget that. Named after Moses. But he went by Joe most, or Joseph, in most of what I've learned about him so far. I just wanted to show you here different information about the townships and the time periods, the history. This is where I learned about how from 1850, it was called something, United Counties of Northumberland and Durham. Before that, it was just part of the time it was called Durham. And here's where I learned about the town of Cartwright, mostly settled between 1850 and 1858 by Irish immigrants.
That's because everybody that was poor in Ireland, they didn't own anything, the potatoes were ruined. And if they ate anything, even if they dug a root on the land or fished or anything they ate, they were arrested. And they arrested so many people, they didn't have anything to do with them, so they sent them first to Canada, and then they sent them here. Because they didn't have anywhere to keep them, so they just shipped them off. That's how a lot of them immigrated.
And they were arrested for trying to
Eat, if they ate anything, because they did, the upper class was saying, this is all ours, this belongs to us. And the only thing that they owned was the potatoes, and it had the blight.
Yeah.
So literally, if they ate, so then their only choice was to either get put in a poorhouse or be arrested, and if you ate anything, because you're gonna starve to death, and family's gonna starve to death.
Yeah, that reminds me
So
of
it was really a crazy time, and so that's what they did, is they shipped them right then, during that period, to Canada and to the United States.
And if the famine started in 45, maybe they didn't start shipping them until about 1850, you think?
Or they were still shipping them.
Or they were shipping it somewhere else before that, I'm not sure.
Oh, that could be too.
Gosh.
But so apparently
So-
there was a whole group that went to that section of
Yeah.
Canada
So
and
you
probably,
might wanna look, if your person's poor, you might wanna look in their arrest records and criminal cases, because if they ate, they were criminals. So just something to know, search an Ireland, it's a
yeah,
dark thing, but it helps you.
That's how you know your family was not wealthy.
Yeah.
because they're,
Well,
Um,
there was plenty of food, but they wouldn't give them to them because the people that own the land would just come and evict them right out of their houses. And they would, yeah, it was crazy.
What
So
a
they
tragedy.
were wandering around without houses, and then after they'd evict them, they'd move back into the houses, so the landowners started burning their houses down. They'd evict them and then burn the houses down because they were trying to keep control of, it was about money.
yeah, that's so awful.
It
It reminds me of when the French Revolution occurred and, Marie Antoinette said,
Yeah.
let them eat cake.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
so they put them in no-win situations. If they ate anything, they were criminals, so,
Mhm.
yeah, it's crazy.
Ooh. Well, I was pretty excited when yeah.
For now.
So down here you see also you can see the census divisions, the areas that were divided up for different censuses in Ontario. And also a list of townships. And this is a long, 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 long list. If you're looking for the name of a town, you haven't been able to find it. And they have a section for Northern Ontario, a section for Southern Ontario. And probably the listings by county. When I was young, we would go to Halliburton sometimes on vacation. My family, and because my parents were both born and raised in Buffalo, so that's where we went to visit the grandparents, and we'd go up to Canada and stay at some nice lake. There's a little town called Minden where we used to go to a very rustic cabins and an eating lodge, you know, that kind of thing. Right there in Minden. So I was searching up the maps to find out where we went the other night, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. That's under, oh, I'm still not back. Thunder Bay. I heard all these names when I was young. Okay, keep backing up here. So this is what I was looking for to show you. Historic townships right here. And then the other towns you can find out more about. First European settlers arrived in 1794 in Darlington. And then again, it says here, this settlement was mostly Irish. So that one, I guess that would mean the community centers all in that area, or maybe that only means the last one named, I'm not sure, but that would be interesting if I didn't already know that he was up in the Cartwright area. Does anyone have a spot they want me to type in? A location? So how did I get here? You guys remember how I got to that page that I just closed? Oh, was it this? Yeah, it was that, the Wikipedia. The under research links, that was it. Let's see. Let's go on to the next part of places. Here's where it tells you about the tiles that you can open up or the links you can open up. Now, the handout I gave you is this article here. How do I use the research tool? So it just basically summarizes the steps, and it also gives you that website for the Moody.
Yes.
There it is. And then you can suggest a new place. I didn't do that, but you can.
But it's not on a menu.
Yet.
It's not on a pull down
Right.
or a link.
The website, yeah, but according to Rose, it will be. And then you can improve the information about the place. According to the handout and that article, improve this place. There was a link for that. Tells you certain tools you can't use on a mobile app. So, and this second article is very good too. It's a little more detailed, but it basically covers the same information as this first one. And additional search options here. Places in the left county, places in this, or sorry, on the left panel, places in this county. Let's see if we. Search places, suggest a new place. If you want to find a certain type of a new place, that's a good link. A cemetery, a hamlet, a neighborhood, a town, a hospital, a church, a school, a village. Okay. So you just, yeah, that is very handy. Yep. But I don't see. Improve this place. Is that up here somewhere? Oh, there it is. So if you know more about this place than the developers have put up here, you can add information. That's good. And you can submit it and they'll put it in if it's checks out, I guess. So no, that's not where I want to go. That's not where I want to go. I don't want to go either. Here we are. Click a spot on the map. Now I didn't have, let's try this again. Click a spot on the map and it'll ask you how far from this point, and you can type in the number of miles. In other words, how big do you want this circle to be that you're searching in? Now, when I first was doing this a few days ago, I saw that and I didn't actually do it because I was looking to do more basic stuff. But then when I tried doing it again last night and I'd click on the map, nothing would happen. So let's see. Here I have all these little things, which I'm not sure why they're all part of the county, I guess. But if I click on a spot on the map, it's just doing, here it is. So how far from this point? Let's say, since we deal in miles, let's say you want to search a 10-mile area, and it'll give you that kind of focus. And it'll zoom in if you click the number. And then how do you back up? Yeah, there you go. So here's where, this is the area I want. Let's do 20 miles. Seven is the lake. It looks like they kind of lived in a summer resort area. Whoops. Oh. Oh, that's a bigger area. Well, you get the idea what you can do with that. Okay. Go back to additional search options. Let's see if we now you can filter the types of places you're looking for. You can add a filter after you bring up the list of different types of places that I showed you. Down here, it just says to explore the apps and the websites in the solutions gallery. You probably already know this. Oh, I have to go into I have to go here. Down at the very bottom is this. How many people are familiar with this? Solutions Gallery. It was news to me a while back. Really a good thing to know about because you open it up and you have access to all these top genealogical research resources, which we already know. We can get to Ancestry and MyHeritage and find my past. Look here, Irish records. That I just discovered that last night. Find my past would be a good place for me. And they just go on and on. Now here we have management apps for family tree. One for Roots Magic, Roots Finder, Ancestor Games.
create your own AI avatar. These look like good family reunion type activities. Custom decorative charts, and also these family tree art and chart. Genealogy wall charts. Genealogy, that would be really good one to look at if you're having a family reunion and you want to do something with the kids. Yes.
My granddaughter came to the center with me one day when she was about 11. And she needed to be entertained for 3 hours while I was working here. I put her with the split screen and had her 4 generations showing here and genealogy on this side. And let her play the game. If you know, because if you know it, you play it. But she was young, she was learning, and by playing the game and using the tree, you know, she could go back and forth and learn how to manipulate the tree, how to work her way through it to answer the questions she needed. And after 3 hours, she was a pro. She just loved it.
That's genius.
Yeah, and so it's great for little kids
That
to help
is,
get them interested in their family.
yeah, that is terrific. So you just had the pedigree chart
I had-
version of the tree?
I had a pedigree on one side and I limited the game to the 4 generations she could see without having to go further. So it was all right there on one screen and the game on this screen. And it gave her a chance to learn how to use and manipulate, you know, the screens. And of course, they know how to do computers anyway, so it's cool.
Right.
But it got her interested in understanding and knowing more about the family.
That is wonderful. Great testimonial. Family reunion time is coming up. If you do yours in the summer, like a lot of people. So that was this one, property. Thank you so much. We have just, I couldn't believe they just kept coming and coming. Pedigree pie, that got my interest and I clicked on it, but I didn't have time to spend digging around in there, but so I don't know much. And there's one we're familiar with, Relative Finder. Pazilla, we've had classes on Pazilla here. The last one was fabulous. And I think there might be handouts in the box over there from it. I have some that I think I brought with me. Family History Guide is there. Tree Find, look at this, just more and more and more. I think that's the box. Yeah. So there is so much in the solutions gallery and it's just hiding down there in the little tiny print. Good to know about. Let's see if the lesson tells us anything more about it. Now this one, does anyone know much about Storied? Can you?
We've had classes on that. That's really good. It's a program that teaches you to write and put pictures with it and print books. And it's fabulous. It's
For a while it cost, but the church is adding.
and now you can have it free. You just have to pay for your books now.
Oh, wow.
At Roots Tech, they gave everybody there a free book, so I've got a free book, I gotta learn to do it, but. And if anybody that was online could get it for half price, so I don't know if that's still available. If you're watching online.
There was recently a class taught here. He didn't do it just through this
Yeah, he did it
site. He did it differently, but there's a handout over there on top of the box from his class. It was a magnificent class. He was working on creating a library.
Yeah.
And the paperback books were all the same size. He had one on his life, one on his parents' life. He had 6 or 7 with him, and they all had the same type of cover with the same color, background color, but a different picture based on whatever the book was about. Very interesting. Yeah. Okay, so that's Solutions Gallery. And let's see here. Research assistance, when I clicked that at home, I got this. So it must be something they're not finished with.
You might need to go to Family Search /labs and open it in your thing first.
Oh, okay.
That's probably why it's not showing, because you haven't accepted it's a lab.
So would I put that up here in the search bar?
Yeah, if you just go to family search /labs.
Let me get a new tab here. FamilySearch.org.
Not .org, just /labs.
Okay,
So then you go to your labs,
go here.
just return.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's that first one, open it up, and it'll show all those labs. And as you scroll down these labs, there's try it, and you have to turn it on or off. You've got AI assistant on. Any of these have to be turned on in order to have them show up on your thing. And you can put them on there or turn them off. They've got the AI, that's a research assistant that helps you. And there's like 8 of them, I think. It keeps scrolling down. There's 8 different ones. It's a full text search. It's
Wow.
except this one that has a girl's face right there.
Yeah.
It was a lab, like I was trying to tell him, but it is now released. See that where it says release?
Uh-huh.
So now when you go on there, everybody has a click button to it. But
Together.
you won't have the buttons to click if you don't try it.
Okay, so you have to
So-
come here first, turn
To try
on,
it, turn
to
it on.
try it, and
Yeah.
then you can get it
Then you can get it.
from Family Search.
Yeah, because it's still in lab. They're still working on it.
Okay,
So they're only
interesting.
releasing it to the ones that show, except for that one that's released, because it's already got it.
Mhm.
You don't have to go from there now. Everybody has that now.
Got it. I remember being told about that and at one point, but now I don't recall what Together was about.
It does a whole bunch of fun games and stuff, different things that's just kind of put all in one place that you can do with your family. It's fun.
On your main page, when you go down the right side of your main page,
Yeah, totally.
there's a little box that says,
The home page
yeah,
where you
lab.
start.
Okay,
And then you get it, you get right to it
Scroll
from there
down.
too. So that all turn
Right
there,
there.
yes,
and you go to it from there.
I've seen that. Thank you. So it's very accessible,
Yeah, it's real, but you have.
but you have to go in
accept
and
it.
turn things on
You have to
that
turn
you want to
things
be
on,
able to
And
look
then if
at.
you don't like them, you can turn them off if they're in your way.
Okay,
But most of them's pretty good.
so what's available here?
Especially
So
the full text search, it's fabulous.
really, and that was full text search. Where is that?
Your assistant is real good too.
Yeah, it is real good.
This one?
And even the merge experience is pretty good because what it does is it gives you, when you go to merge somebody, it'll give you a rating of how much the computer thinks they are right.
Oh.
And so that helps you when you're merging, and that's gonna be released. That'll be really nice because, yeah.
When you're not sure, or you think you're sure, but
Yeah,
you
but
want to,
it'll give you, I think there's like 6 or 7 different things that it says. One's really good, one's,
yeah.
I can't remember what they call them, but it shows you the degree that they think they're correct.
And you said this full,
They show you what it'll look like if you make a certain kind of merge.
So you just make better
It's real.
decisions, yeah. But
It
the full
does.
text search is wonderful,
this one?
because it has
It's true.
things that aren't available. That haven't been available before, and it doesn't just search the one person, like if it's searching for a wheel, you don't have to have the person with the name's wheel, you can put anybody that was inherited anything. And it will search every name that is in any document, and it'll pop it up, and it's fabulous.
So does she go to go
Saves you
to
hundreds of
experiment?
hours.
Is that how she would do that? She'd go to experiment or what?
Yeah, go to
To turn it
experiment.
on?
And then it just gives you this thing to search. And you can just usually I just put the name in quotes, because if you don't put them in quotes,
Oh, yeah.
it'll get all the Johns and all the Smiths. So if you put them in quotes, it'll only find the John Smiths, and then I put the place, and that's all I use, and I find tons of stuff.
That's the key, giving you
Moses
results
in
as
there.
it finds more.
Do I want it in keywords or in name?
I think he said that when he.
Yeah,
taught the class.
the more
It'd
you
be
use
another
most
week
of
you
these
could get.
things, the more you use, the better they get.
Do I want this here? And what do I put in
And then
keywords?
just put place, don't even put keyword, just only put place.
Okay,
someplace that he existed where a record
I
would
just
be.
put Ireland.
And so it will search all those places.
Well, he
Are you looking in Canada?
spent his adult life in Canada,
Yeah.
so that's where I'm thinking that would be
You're
more
gonna find it.
applicable,
In that case, find his parents' names.
Just click on, yeah.
right? Okay, and then
Go
search,
ahead and search. Now, sometimes you got 42 results that could be him, and you go through those and see which one's him, which one's not. Use your inspiration in your brain. And it's amazing what it finds.
Land records.
There's deeds, there's land records, there's military records, there's so much, I can't even tell you.
all this is relevant, I already know, because,
Yeah.
well, Crawford was mentioned somewhere else.
That one at the top,
Yeah,
it wasn't about him, he witnessed somebody else's something, but it came up.
Yeah, it'll show, cause
So-
his name, if
Because
it's
it's
any
it's there,
Yeah.
so anything will show up.
Yep.
I found a whole bunch for my person event witnesses, he was the county clerk or something.
So he's
oh,
on every single
And so
record.
he was everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. it'll
Land
show
records.
Any place his name is, it comes up, that's fabulous. It used to take you, a half hour to go through to find even a court record or a land deed or something, because you had to go through lots of them, because they
This
were
is
indexed.
Will.
This is fabulous.
yeah,
Last Living Testament and Moses Joseph Lawrence.
Yeah.
A week
Oh,
ago.
yes, next one down.
Further
A
down.
week ago when.
where is that?
Now the top one in there.
That one.
That's there.
Oh my gosh, now what do I do
Will
now?
and Testament, it could be
Yes,
his.
on the blue.
If you open that up and you see it's his family, that's his will.
Yeah,
And if there's a will, there's 20 other documents that go with it, so. keep
oh
searching.
my gosh,
You don't have to read the writing, you can read the writing over on the right-hand side.
oh, thank you.
Transcribe it for
Yeah,
you. so you
they
don't
always
have to read
transcribed it.
all.
And to even make it simpler, if you summarize the document, it kind of tells you what it is in there, and then you can go dig deeper.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Tells you what land he owns with all the
There he is.
GPS.
So
'Cause
if
I-
you look on there and the dates are right and the names of all the other people that are in there are right, you've got his will.
William Hunt, there's William Hunt Langlois, who, his daughter married, my great-grandfather.
So you're pretty much found his will.
We found his will.
Oh my gosh,
I'm just saying, these things haven't been available before, and they're not something that is, you can find other places, because it's still in the lab.
It hasn't been indexed yet, yeah.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
okay, help me jot down how I got here. Solutions Gallery, and what did I go to?
Gallery, no, it was in the lab.
It was
The app.
family search /labs,
Oh, yeah,
Well, it's in your.
and that one's the full text search one.
full text search.
Yep. And if you haven't got it turned on, you gotta turn it on.
Yeah.
Or else it's-
At my own computer.
Yeah, just go ahead and
Keep
search,
that
it's
on.
fabulous.
You
But I found best luck with the quotes on the name and just the place. Because sometimes when you give it too much, it doesn't find. Sometimes with the middle name, you sometimes have to take it out and just put the middle initial. Because sometimes if you don't get any results,
Oh,
but other than that, just depends on how they're known or
Yeah.
how formal the document is. you're
Yeah.
looking for.
and
It's
if he,
also got newspapers, it's got the 4-generation pedigree charts, but everybody had to turn in. So you can even find living people on there.
oh, wow,
At a training meeting we attended about 10 days ago, Brother Bloomer showed us this. He really sold on it. He showed us that he had been hunting for this particular woman's for 40 years.
oh,
And he went here and found her. She had actually moved from where she was, everybody said she was living, and she had moved. And he found it in a story or something like, just like that, and it came up. He was reading down this column and there was her name.
wow.
right
And it even
there.
highlights the names for you.
So
Amazing.
wonderful.
Look how, and it just keeps going. That's the end.
And if you wanted to print something off, you can print the whole thing.
Oh, you can.
And they are continuing adding all more and more records to this constantly, so it'll continue to grow. We'll just keep searching it.
The other nice thing about this on the right-hand side is sometimes the handwritten is not very
Hard to
legible.
read.
Yeah, but this will.
Makes it
give
so
you a
quick and
very
easy.
good idea of what written there.
And if I click summarize this document, just a short names and relationships, bullet points, yeah. And then the rest, then that follows the whole thing. The executor of his will.
But it shows relationships there, so you can, if you're not sure if it's your person, if you summarize the document, that's all you have to read, and then you move on to the other, and there know it's Sam. So that's fabulous.
Oh, man. Well,
Saves
what
you
a
hours
great,
and hours of time.
yes. What a great way to end the class, huh? You guys are teaching me all sorts of things today. Thank you. We forgot to have an opening prayer. Let's have a closing prayer instead.
Father in heaven, we're so thankful for this morning as we have these, learn more about researching for our ancestors. We thank for this opportunity. In His son's name, Jesus Christ, amen.
Thank you. I'm sorry about no opening prayer. I get teed up when it's time to go and I skip that sometimes.
You did a great job, that was good. Lots of information, you taught me lots of stuff today. I haven't really used that, so.
You make me feel wonderful, Rose. I taught you something, anything at all.
So many different ways to do everything,
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
and you can never know it all, there's too much.
Yes. It's like a black hole.
I know, it's so.
Okay. Next Tuesday, have fun at the temple.
Yep.
All three of the missionaries, I know, how are you? Good, sir. Be here tonight. I'm good.
We're playing phone tag. I know, you'll be on the set, you sell down. It's like, it seems interesting.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, you been to the temple?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you're looking.
I know. Occasionally, yes. How'd it go, Emily?
I guess it went pretty well. Rose just told me that she learned new things,
Good. Well, if you can make Rose learn something.
but she was, I know.
Will I? You was what?
That's what I thought. If you learn something new, then I feel great.
Yeah.
but they were all teaching me, like this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had my great grandfather that I'm searching for as my kind of example. And they helped me look at one of the, in the solutions gallery, the full text one,
Uh-huh.
and we found his will.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, we can all learn from each other, can't we?
yes.
Sharing today, it was a good class.
Really nice and springy.
Very much. I didn't know.
Oh,
That's it, we're doing number 2, so that one should be fine, repeat around it.
If we need one, okay.
And
Okay,
should
then
have,
we'll just send it here then.
because many of the papers are laminated.
Okay. I don't know that is.
look at that.
Look at this, look what I found.
Oh.
Look good. And I found more. Look at this one. We always have to have cookies and cream.
I might have to get it on the
And one more.
Okay, project saved. Okay.
Good to see you.
See you too.
Hi. That's right.
That's Mr. Ram.
Yeah.
Sister Ram.
Are you new to this group?
She's new to this group. Last week was her first, and then trying to treat her together.
I've only got about 15 minutes. I have to leave though. So I don't know. Do you thought scripture first?
We usually do, but what we usually get set up, we get started in the. Oh, wow.
Were you here the whole time, Brother Klein?
No, I was here about the last 15 minutes.
That was the most exciting part.
You do a very good job in the presentation.
Thank you.
I think it's important to let people know that, because if you're like me, you always feel like you're just getting it done, you know, it's like,
Oh, yeah,
but I thought you did very well.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I was a little,
Radio
it was a
station.
little haphazard and a little bit like I didn't have the outline exactly in mind, but I had the things I wanted to cover, and I ended up being able to cover them all, but it was a little bit nerve wracking. But it worked out, and I like how they could teach me.
That's the dictating class.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
I-
Yes.
It's a rare occasion when I teach after the class. I really think, oh, I missed this, or I should have done that, or so.
Yeah,
But it went very well.
thank you so much.
Oh, no, that was, I meant like on my dad's side.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think it's my dad's. Ram. I go in line. Yeah, thank you.
I was supposed to use that mic, I think.
Yeah, you're supposed to clip it on so that they can use this whenever they're asking questions, and the questions can be recorded.
Yeah, well, this was over here.
Yeah.
So we did, but I
And then you
forgot
put
it.
this on and.
Yeah, I think I've only done it once the whole time I've been here.
Well, yeah, 4 of them this morning.
We had 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, and Sister Draper will probably come sometime in the middle.
Yeah. Yes, this more, we still do. Next one. All right, I'm gonna put that in the background for just a minute.
Okay.
How the discussion today?
Ooh.
The discussion is great. Lots of people doing lots of things and really teaching.
They definitely want the harder version, right?
You got it done?
Yeah, I was able to catch the one source.